Hi friends, in this video we are going to see the different types of editors to write your Python code, right? Let me start that. See, we have different types of editors like IDLE, VI or VIM editors, Notepad or Notepad++, PyCharm, Pyder, PyDAO, Sublime Text, A2M, and so many, right? So guys, here among all, your VI or VIM editor is the command line editor, and remaining all are IDLEs. I mean, remaining all are GUI editors, right? So guys, as an automation engineer, right, first of all, you should be good with how to use either VI or VIM editors. And by default, right, you won't get VI or VIM editors on your Windows, but anyway you will get by default this VI or VM editors on your Unix like systems, right? So I'm going to provide the link to install VIM on your Windows operating system on the below of this video. You just go through that so that you can able to install VIM editor for your Windows operating systems, right? And anyway, to install VIM on your Unix like systems, because by default you will get VI, or on some like Ubuntu operating systems you will also get VIM, right? In case if you want to install, suppose on Linux, your VIM, simply yum install, right? Yum install VIM. That's it, very simple, right? So based on your Unix like systems, you have to run your command to install VIM. Anyway, by default you are going to get VI. That's fine. Now, what is this IDLE? So guys, IDLE means integrated development environment. See, once if you install your Python on your Windows operating systems, by default this IDLE will be installed. Just go to your start after installing your Python and see that there is a IDLE called Python 3.7 64-bit, right? If you open that, just click on that. So it is going to open a Python shell or Python command line, right? So I'm going to start it very first time. It will take some time. So just wait. Yeah, it's opening. Yeah, see here. So this is Python shell, guys. Not only here, if you open simply your Windows terminal, and there if you enter simply Python, you are entering into your Python terminal or Python shell or Python command line. Both are same. So this is by default you are getting some Python shell command line by opening your IDLE terminal, or from your Windows operating system, if you type simply Python, you are entering into this one. Not only here, even on your Unix like system also, from command line, if you enter Python, then you will enter into your Python shell or Python command line. So what is the purpose of this? Nothing is there, guys. If you have a Python program which consists of suppose some hundreds of lines, maybe 2 lines also, or maybe 1 line also, each and every line individually you can execute here one by one. Okay, that is the purpose of your Python shell. Now this and this one both are same, right? Now from here, if you open simply, if you click on file and click on new file, it is going to create a editor like your Notepad. So here you can write your Python program and you can save it. Let me write simply something called Python 3.x, right? Let me save this, Control S. So you have to save somewhere. I'm going to save it on my desktop, simply demo.py, and then go to run, then run module, or directly you can use F5 also in your keyboard. So this result you are getting on your Python shell. This is one way. Or suppose if you have your VIM editor, from command line also you can write a Python program like VIM. Let me write demo.py, right? I'm opening that demo.py file, and there I am going to write my Python program. So already it is there somewhere. So 3 lines of code is there, right? So let me run this. So simply, to run your Python programs, python space your demo.py. That's it. So if you observe, I'm having 3 lines of code here. Now these 3 lines of code I can run from my python shell as well. Let me take first line and copy and paste it and execute it. Yes, you are getting output. Now let me take second line. So initially, in case if you want to practice line by line, you can go and open this python shell and you can practice your code, right? So guys, you can go with your IDLE and from there you can go with file and you can create a new file. Not this, right? You have this one, python shell. Click here, new file, and it's like a notepad, right? You can write your program, you can save it, and you can run simply by pressing F5 or by clicking on run module F5, run module, right? So guys, my suggestion is no need to use this one. Don't use IDLE. If you want, you can use it, but instead of that, from your Windows or Linux operating system command line, right? To create a file, just use VI or VAM editors, or to enter into your python shell, just type on your Windows or Unix like system simply python and you will enter into your python shell, and there you can execute your line by line, right? Fine. So guys, now we are okay with IDLE, VI or VIM. Anyway, by default you have notepad or notepad++. You can write your program and save your python program with an extension of .py, and you can run your program by entering into your command line and by passing python space program name. Anyway, this is not suggestible way, right? Then you can also use PyCharm, right, or Spider or PyDev A2M and Sublime Text, right? So first thing guys, remember that as an automation engineer you should be good with either VI or VAM editors, and because they are from command line, right? Then second thing, if you want to use, you can use IDLE as a GUI editor, but instead of that, while practicing, because in your real time you may or may not have this PyCharm or any one of these GUI editors, definitely you have Notepad++, right? But anyway, in your real time, right, this is the chance to have as an editor in your real time, and that's why just try to use this VI or VIM. In case for your practice, right, you can use either PyCharm or Sublime Text. So in the next video I will show you how to install either PyCharm or Sublime Text, right? And for this guys, if you want to use VIM editor on your Windows operating system, by default you don't have, so I'm going to post the link to install VIM on your Windows operating system. You just go through that link so that you can able to install your VIM on your Windows operating system, right? Okay guys, we'll see in next video how to install PyCharm or Sublime Text. Okay, thank you for watching this video.